Yo, what up, world? It's your boy C's from theseasonlife.com. I value your time, so let's get right into it. I see that there's a lot of confusion out there within the community, especially among the new retail investors in regards to this play. They don't quite understand what this short selling naked short thing is. So I'm going to attempt to explain it to you guys in a way I hope, especially where I'm coming from, y'all understand. I was inspired by this shorty that basically went viral explaining the whole Russia and Ukraine debacle. Okay, so I'm going to explain it sort of similar, you know what I mean, so everybody can sort of understand. But we're going to be using the casino analogy because they explained it in the Big Short. There was this casino scene with these celebrities explaining the whole CDO and synthetic CDO, right? So let's just get right into it. So Wall Street is the casino, right? And the casino has professional gamblers, right? The professional gamblers are the hedge funds. They go there and they bet whether a company is valuable, undervalued, or overvalued. Undervalued mean they load the boat so that they can ride it up. Overvalue is like, yo, this price is over sold, so we're going to bet on it coming down. This is where the short sellers come into play. They're looking at a company, whether technically or not, they use the word technical analysis to analyze whether the company is profitable, whether they have debt, yada, yada, yada. And they bet that the stock's going to go down. One of the ways that they bet is going to go down is they borrow some shares. I'm actually sounding more professional, but we're going to get to the whole thing. I just want to set the scene, paint that picture in the mind. So they go borrow the shares from other institutions and they sell it on the open market in hopes of driving the price down, picking up at a discount and pocket the difference, right? But this is how this whole debacle sort of came into effect. These greedy mofos, these professional gamblers, COVID hit us, and this was going on before COVID. COVID is what exposed it because there was more money in circulation and they wanted our money. So prior to that, professional gamblers, the casino, Wall Street, they bet up and down, amongst their friends. But then they see that there's like a host of money coming into the economy. So what do? So let's take a step back. These professional gamblers, right? What do they use to gamble? You know what I mean? What sort of money do they use? What they use is our pension funds and our retirement funds. They use it as funny money to like play the game and, basically put it back and just pocket the difference of the game that they play. So they play all the different blackjack and all that, make it all wizardry, dress it up with funny names, you know what I'm saying? Things that average Joes that don't really understand, right? So they play this game and they're like, man, there's a lot of people staying at home, right? And they got a gang of money because the feds just print. How do we know? We in pocket with the feds. We know. So how do we entice them to come and play? So if you ever grew up in New York, there's the game that you would probably walk around in like the downtowns or in the city. It's called three-card Monte, right? It's when the guy, has the three cards and then they just do the little, pick a card and then you get to pocket if you guess correctly. And how they'll be able to do that is, how they'll be able to get a mark is like, yo, we show them that average people are winning. So that's where your YouTubers come in. You seeing them that they're hitting big on options and swing trades and whatnot. They're making money. And then what they want to do is hop on YouTube, hop on the Discord and Reddit, Wall Street Bets, etc., and explain to you like, yo, man, I found this technique on how to make swing trades, how to to spot volatile stocks, and how we're able to buy them low and sell high, how we're able to trade options and whatnot, 1348 and et cetera, et cetera. So they show you like regular person going from zero to hero, right? Going from like average job to hopping into the stock market and making trillions, billions. Trillions is for the big dogs. Billions is for, smaller guys. But yeah, you see average Joes, and that's where the mark comes in. Like what they would do is team up, right? You have the guy who's dealing the cards, and they would like team up with somebody in the crowd and be like, yo, man, pick a card. And they'll see this guy making hundreds of dollars. And then you're like, man, I want to bet. And you throw in the money, right? You throw in the money. And then what happens? You start winning. And instead of leaving, what you do is you test your luck. And that's what they're betting on. Like you load the boat. You're like, okay, I'm going to go for the home run. I'm going to put my winnings on this card. So then they do the little magic trick, the trickery. And then what happens? Yep, you guessed it. You lose. So AMC was this sort of in this situation. Average people, we saw that what brought me into AMC and what brought millions of people into AMC is they saw what happened with GameStop. GameStop was the game, they were playing. And what happened is we spotted them cheating. So we spotted them cheating with GameStop. So what happens is they played the game and we picked the right card. Right, we picked the right card. So we loaded the boat, and everybody in the crowd loaded the boat, and we picked the right card. But what happens? They do not want to flip it over and show us that we won. That's all it is. That's why everybody is hunting for this transparency. They want to flip the card to show the world that we won. And we're not leaving this play until they flip that card. You know what I'm saying? Like they wanted us to load the boat up. We loaded the boat, right? Everybody in the crowd started gathering around like, oh man, we see it. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like there's no trickery. You're trying to throw all these distractions, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at there, everyone. With these articles, these mainstream media and everything, they're trying to distract us from, looking at the card so that when our focus is off the card, they could just swap it for something else, right? But no, there's always somebody looking at that card. There's always an ape looking at that card. We're not taking our attention off of that card. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it at the end of the day. We know the card is one. We picked the right card. And think about this. If we picked the wrong card and everybody loaded the boat, and all they had to do was flip the card and be like, everybody's wrong, go home. Wouldn't you think they would do that already? But instead, they're allowing more people to buy in. More and more people are buying in. And everybody is gathering around and more eyes are on the card. More eyes are focusing and waiting for them to flip the card. Now, who would you say would force these guys to flip the card? The people in charge of the casino. The people who are making sure the rules and regulations are enforced. That would be the SEC, right? But are they doing their job? Who knows, man? Like some may say like, hey, it's a private enterprise, although it's public, it's a private enterprise. So why should we just like move their hands so that the SEC could flip the card? At the end of the day, that's all we're waiting on. So everything else is just a distraction trying to keep our eyes from looking at what's underneath that card. If the hedge funds had us dead to right, they would have flipped the card, took their money, which is billions at this point, and just like everybody could just been crying like, all right, yeah, you fooled us, good. But we know that we have the winning card. So all we got to do is just wait until their arm or hand gets tired or you know what I mean, they breaking the bank. And to add on to that analogy, is like everybody's money is in this pot, right? And they don't have the money to cover everybody. So what they need to do is get some more reinforcements. So we're at this 3 card Monte table. There's other tables, right? There's your blue chip stock table, talking about the casino analogy. There's your penny stocks. There's your crypto table. There's all these different tables, but yet everybody is gathered around this one big old table waiting for that card to flip so that we can take our attendees and go home. And hopefully, if everything works out accordingly, we can go play on other tables, right? But they're cheating. They don't want to flip that card, expose their hand, and let us walk away with our money. But hopefully, I didn't want this to drag this long, but hopefully that gives you guys a better understanding of what actually is going on. And yeah, man, all we're doing is just waiting for them to expose the fact that they lost. And until then, we're just going to stay here in this stalemate, watching their hands. And now they have DOJ, FBI investigating, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that there's no other cards hitting in the background, you know what I mean? Until it's like, okay, no more cards hitting in the background, only these 3 cards. All right, man, step aside, flip the card, and everybody, the stock runs up. Everybody exit their positions and live to fight another day, man. Move on and live your life, man. Because right now, whenever the stock is low, temperatures run high, and I ain't got time for that, man. I just want to do my work and build the life that I desire, and just keep going. All right. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. Again, drink water, get money, mind your business. Peace out.